bought these Sony XM5 for a month now, and I've been using it pretty much every day since, and they've been good to me with some downpoints. First of all, the sound on these are great. I cannot hear a difference between these and my Razer Kraken X ones in the background, but some people were arguing about the sound on these aren't good out of the box, but you can change the EQ settings in the app on your phone. Noise cancelling on these are awesome. I've been hearing they are the best noise cancelling headphones out there, but I didn't have a chance to try the other options. But for personal use, whenever I go to subway, I don't have to deal with train coming and going or people talking to each other. Most of the time, or a little bit sometimes, they are great. But they cannot suppress sudden noises. For example, if they're cheering around you, it cannot suppress, or a man is shouting out aloud, it cannot suppress these noises. But it's nice. The battery on these are quite nice. I have to charge it once a week, and they charge up pretty quick. I think half an hour or 45 minutes they are ready to use. As for the building materials, they've been using different kind of plastic with nearly the same color, and for the aesthetic and for the looks, they've been looking awesome. But it has a downside. Whenever I touch it with my finger, it gets a fingerprint on it, and you have to wipe it away every time. The comfortability on these are okay, they are not the best. The ear cup size is good. I don't feel pressure on my ear, but they are a bit too tight for my ear, and my ear don't have any place to play with. The band on these aren't the best. They're kind of thin, and whenever after half an hour or after an hour, you get a sore. I get a sore above my head, and I have to readjust my headphones to avoid these sore above my head. And I can't recommend it to you for long period session gaming or desktop if you use it like this. But I've been watching some YouTube that some guy put a band on this band, and he was saying it was really good and he was liking it. Speaking of other people ideas, I've been seeing in Reddit how to pick it up for increase the stress tension on the ear cup and on the tiny handles on these. It said you don't have to pick it up like this. It's better to pick it up by the handles and put it on your ear like this. Touch features on these are quite nice, with some basic ones and some advanced ones that you don't get in other options. As for the basic ones, if you wanna volume up your music, you have to swipe up, and if you wanna volume up continuously, you don't have to do it like this. Every time you swipe up and press, and whenever you're satisfied with the audio, you just let go of your hands. Swipe down will do the volume down, swipe above for the next track, swipe backward for the previous track. As for the advanced features on these headphones, there's a speak to chat feature that whenever you want to talk to somebody, it pauses the audio, and whenever your talk is done, it resumes the audio, and you have to activate it with two fingers touching the right cup ear simultaneously, and it says speak to chat activated and deactivated. And it has an ambience mode that when you're curious to hear what the strangers are talking about you have to weirdly put your hand on the right cup and do it like that, and you can hear background noises and talking about you. The case on these, they look like they can be felt some hits, and the fabric material on these are pretty good, and it gets vacuumed whenever you're not using the headphones on these like this. When you spend $200 or $300 buying these, right after you get two cables. One of them is the audio jack that you can put it into your desktop and use it for listening to music. And it has a only charging USB-C cable for charging, obviously, and you cannot use a USB-C input for listening to audio, and it's just for charging. That's it. The quick review on the Sony 1000 XM5.